Greetings, Periscopers. This is Monica A. Coleman, and this is Bipolar Faith. Thank you for joining us, Corax Chaos. Thank you for joining us, Crystal Avshan. Thank you for joining us, Bananama 411. I really appreciate it, especially because I'm so late today. I was driving in traffic and been hungry and forgot. Hi. But I want to be faithful to saying I'm going to show up. And so I am here, and I'm glad you're here to join in with me. I really appreciate it. So I think we're going to have a smaller crowd than usual, since I was like, oh yeah, I got to get my Periscope in. And I wanted to talk a little bit about theology today. Thank you for joining us, Sail Song. I appreciate it. So feel free, if you are here, to invite any of your followers by swiping left to right. I think it's, that way. Or if you're on an iPhone, or swiping bottom to the top. If you're on an Android, I'd really appreciate it. If you're enjoying this, invite other people who you think enjoy the same things you enjoy. Thank you for the hearts, whether they're accidental. I used to heart people accidentally by touching the screen. Or if you're sending love, I feel the love. I really appreciate it. So I don't want to wait too long, since it's not like we're waiting for people to jump on. But again, my name is Monica A. Coleman, and I am a professor of religion and based in Los Angeles, California. And I am the author of the forthcoming book, Bipolar Faith, A Black Woman's Journey with Depression and Faith. It's Thursday, but it feels like a Friday. I'm so tired. So you get this tired look from me, but I'm here. And I am here to respond to the questions I get asked more than anything else. And those questions are, what are my spiritual practices? And what are the things I do to live faithfully with bipolar, with a depressive condition? And for me, that's bipolar 2. And I actually am a theologian, which means that everyone's a theologian, but I'm a professional theologian, which means I make my living by talking about the things that we believe. And I wanted to talk a little bit about my beliefs, and clearly I write books about this, so we're not going to give a book length lecture or anything, but about the beliefs that help me to live faithfully with a depressive condition. And I think when there's any kind of condition or chronic condition or anything that involves some level of suffering, some level of pain, discomfort is a gentle word. Discomfort's that word that doctors use to say when they mean pain. Like, if you experience discomfort, you should take a couple of these. And then they give you Vicodin. And you're like, Vicodin's not for discomfort. Vicodin's for pain. So you should just tell me, if you hurt, take this. You will experience pain, right? So this is my railing against the word discomfort. Like, discomfort means maybe my pants are a little too big or a little too small. But pain is pain. So I'm going to say pain and suffering. But if you experience anything where there's a kind of suffering or pain, there is, for so many things in life, a real injustice of it all. Why am I hurting and not this other person, right? Why have I inherited this kind of genetic structure, or how have I gotten this kind of an illness? Why my family and not some other family? And there's such a randomness, right? And such randomness to it all, right? And injustice, right? Some people live to be 103 with their people have challenges from a very early age. And it's such a natural question to be like, why? Why, God? Do some people have some experiences and other people have other experiences? And where are you, God? And it's not fair. And to have all these feelings, and I have all these feelings, and I've had them all. And this is the history of theological reflection in almost every tradition, is to ask, why is that? What do we do about it? How do we respond? Where is God? What's going on in this ethereal realm, in some other realm I can't see, such that there is suffering for some and not for others. There's pain for some and not for others. Pain of some depth and some level, and traditions and experiences and family stories that are difficult for some people and then not for others. These are really common questions to ask. And I'm not going to get into a long class on theodicy, which is our fancy theological term for that, but to tell you what sustains me. And I can say that I am sustained by this deep confidence and belief being with us. I keep getting little flashes here. But whatever in the traditions I know of and believe, the sense that God is with me is the most rock bottom thing for me. That when things are great, God is with me. When things are crappy, God is with me. In the middle of the night when no one answers their phone or their texts and I'm racked in pain and existential angst, that God is with me. And not just with me like someone who's peeking in and going, look at Monica over there. Too bad she's crying. No, but that God holds me and that God cares for me and that my tears give God greater tears. I mean, I think this is one of the reasons we so often refer to God in parental terms, right? That the ideal parent is pained by the pain of their child, right? And so I think of God as pained by my pain and deeply sorrowed when I'm in deep sorrow. This very compassionate presence that hears me, that understands me, that knows how I feel the way I feel it, even before I have a chance to talk to God about it or pray about it, and that isn't going anywhere, and that knows me as I know myself, and perhaps even better than I know myself, and just isn't ever going anywhere. And that there's nothing I can do to shake this God. There's nothing I can say or feel or be bewildered about or question that's going to take this God away or make this God go away or make this God abandon me or say, I'm through with you, Monica, or I need more from you right now. That God is just present. And I believe this so deeply that I rest in this. And we can talk more about whether, why we suffer and feel bad things and what the purpose of this is, if there's any purpose at all, and what the causes of it are. But I don't do all that reasoning at the time. I just hold on to this very, very present God. And so I wanted to share that because sometimes people are wondering, what do I hold on to? What someone is asking, what makes me believe that God exists? Thank you, Fitzeroni. It's a faith claim. I don't ever try and talk my friends who are atheists or humans into believing that God exists, and no one's going to talk me out of my belief that God exists. I think it's a faith claim. I think it's just I'm sure it's something I'm culturally conditioned to do because I was raised by religious parents and my family is deeply religious. And it's, upon reflection, the faith I also choose and adopt for myself, although probably differently than my parents would have. And so I'm not saying that everyone needs to believe in God or even believe in God as I believe in God, but to share where I find great support and great resonance and great comfort. And so if this is somewhere in your belief system, perhaps you can find what is that deep-rooted thing that you hold on to, that lets you know that God is there, that keeps you in your faith tradition or in your relationship with God, no matter how difficult things are, no matter how frustrating things can be, no matter how inexplicably unjust things can be, or even sometimes very explicably unjust things can be. What is that thing that tells you that there is divinity all the time, everywhere? You said Ashe, so thank you. Yes, Ashe. So I'm going to end here because I've gone on a little longer than usual because I get passionate about theology. I'm a theologian. And just remind you again, I'm Monica A. Coleman, and I hope that this has been meaningful to you. You can pre-order Bipolar Faith on Amazon right now. If you've enjoyed this, feel free to retweet or share with other people around you. And I archive these on my YouTube channel, so you can find me at Monica A. Coleman. Subscribe there if you want, or follow me here on Periscope. And just look for me at hashtag Bipolar Faith. And tomorrow I should be on at 4:30. I can't think of a reason why I won't be at the time that I normally am on. So thank you all for joining. And again, you can just use the hashtag Bipolar Faith. This is Monica A. Coleman.